Batching is essentially doing all of your content for the week in about an hour to an hour and a half. As the more you do it, the faster you will get. But that's probably the amount of time I would recommend starting with. But if you're scrolling through on the bottom left, see that check mark that's trending, and you can put your video to that. Put your text on screen, write your caption, and then schedule it. Because I want you guys to think about this. If you were to start your week and your content was done, like, how do you feel? You probably have way less anxiety. You're excited because you can do follow-up. You can do customer outreach. You can work on other projects that you actually care about instead of staring at your phone and being like, I don't know anything. I've never done anything in my life. What is happening? So I think the clients that are really consistent with batching, they are way more consistent and they feel better. And their businesses are growing. And so if you're looking at 2026 and you're like, how could I really grow my social next year? It's batching.
Hello and welcome back to the Jessica Papineau Show, Living Aligned, Styled with Purpose. And today I have a very special guest in the house that I cannot wait to introduce you to. She is going to be offering so much value to us today. We have Jordan Reynolds. Hi, Jordan. I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. So I'm going to start by sharing your bio, and then we'll get into how we actually met and know each other because it's really good. It's really good. So Jordan Reynolds, 31. Oh, you are a baby. I love it. I want to be 31 again. Is a wellness coach and social media strategist who helps women simplify their social media and branding to grow their businesses and live fulfilling lives. With over a decade of experience in fitness, coaching, and social media, she has grown her own following to over 160K. Jordan specializes in gut health, energy, and sustainable habits, offering courses, coaching, and transformative social media retreats. Through her work, she empowers women to break through barriers, elevate their brands, and embrace a lifestyle of freedom, purpose, and growth in both their health and their business. Welcome, Jordan.
Hi, guys. I'm so excited.
Yes. So Jordan and I met, gosh, it really wasn't that long ago, but I feel like I've known you for a long time. I was telling my husband, Ken, last night, I said, I'm going to be interviewing Jordan Reynolds tomorrow. And he's like, oh my gosh, that's going to be so much fun. I love hanging out with Jordan.
I love hanging out with you guys. I think we are bonded forever because of a boat ride we won't talk about.
But we are. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. So Jordan and I met at Brooke Hemingway's event last January at Align, which was such a powerful, incredible event. And I met you, but we connected, we talked, but I didn't know how dynamic you were until we became fast friends, working together with Brooke Hemingway in her mastermind. And so I really got to know the deepness of what it is that you do. But I will never forget when you pulled me aside at Align and you're like, I just want to take some B-roll of you. And I was like, oh, really? You're like, I love this outfit you're wearing and we need to get you on camera. And I was like, oh, and I was feeling my outfit that day. In fact, I was wearing those, I don't know if you remember those sparkly, kind of pinky sparkly pants. And so you had me doing all these moves outside and I was posing for you and I was walking and I was like having all the feels, feeling myself. And it was so good because I've used that B-roll again. And I know you used it in some of Brooke's stuff. But I'm just saying that to say you just have such an easeful way, such an easeful way of working with people. Like I do a lot of, videos and social media and things, but just like everybody else, I kind of get like my nerves get going, because you feel like you have to perform. But there is something, and I want to make sure my listeners hear this. there's something about being in your presence and working with you that it like takes all that nervous feeling away, and it just feels like excitement and like in the moment. So I just wanted to lead with that because I think as female entrepreneurs that are doing big things, that are having to like, we're doing our social medias, we're getting visible on camera, but we don't always want to make it about us. We want to make it about our clients or the services we're providing, or, you know, giving all this value. And we don't always realize how people are watching us and we need the visibility.
Yeah.
So can you share a little bit about your background, how you discovered this is like your superpower to support people with their branding on the social media platforms?
Yeah. I'll take you really far back, actually. So I love what you said because it kind of just like clicked in my brain how I've translated it. So I taught fitness for 13 years and I taught Zumba. At any time women get in the gym and they're new, that nervous energy is everywhere. Like you're worried about yourself in the mirror. You don't want to like, I mean, I taught Zumba. We were shaking everything. Like, and you're in a room full of like 50 women. You're looking around, you're like, whoa. So my job was to not just lead, but also make people feel comfortable. And so I think that's translated really well with also branding and like, you know, doing video and B-roll for clients and helping them kind of bring out what it is that they actually want to be talking about. So for me, I feel like we all need to learn to use our voice more. I feel like it's the most powerful thing that we have. I love to ask really good questions for people just to get clear on what it is that they really want to share. And if you're listening to this and you're like, oh gosh, I want to give you permission right now to just write down some things that you're passionate about and what you want to share. Because gone are the days that you have to just talk about one thing. Like we are so dynamic and unique. And so like there are probably 5 or 6 things you actually love sharing about, and they all tie back in because it's about you. And so when people get to know you, whether it's, you know, the second thing or the fourth thing that you share about, like they're going to like get to know you, love you, and eventually, you know, if you have services and offerings, like they're going to become your client too.
I love that. I love that. So can you share a little bit about how you, because you did the health and fitness and Zumba, which I have not seen Zumba. I have just heard about everything, like the whole body shaking. It's like moving every part of your body. I'm sure that was so much fun. What kind of led you on this path to then realize, well, I guess it was because you grew your following and you're like, wait a second, I'm really good at this. Is that kind of how did it all tie together? How did you get to that place where you're like, I am going to build other people's brands?
So social media for me started because of Zuba. I had to fill my classes and I started at 17. And so they said, if your classes aren't full, you're getting kicked off the schedule. And so being 17, I was like, I probably could like figure it out on social media. And Facebook was all we had back then, really. And so I started really doing that. I grew groups, communities really well, challenges. And then I started in network marketing at 19, and that business grew. And honestly, guys, like I hated college, honestly. Like I just loved kind of doing my own thing, loved helping people. And so that business grew. And at 21, I left college and just continued to use Instagram at the time, Facebook, to grow not just my like gym clients, but also like that business. And I had people asking, Jordan, like, how are you doing this? Should have been a clue back then. Hey, you probably should do some sort of a social media business. But I was like, no, I'm doing this. I'm good. And so kind of just as the years went on, I slowly started working with brands, companies, and personal brands too, and helping them. And it kind of just happened really organically. And I think just from me, especially when videos started coming out in 2019, I knew that this was the new way of marketing, and I knew it was going to be so much more personal. And so I ran with it, grew my following, and then just kind of slowly started doing other people's, whether it was managing theirs or coaching them. And it just kind of honestly happened. And I knew that I had something when I started seeing numbers just like go, go, go. And so, yeah.
Wow. So what what was your what is the like I know it was probably many things, but what would you say was the secret formula for getting, because you don't just have followers, you have engaged followers. You have people that are like your ride or die. They're going to watch all that you do. Do you have, do you, like, could you share what it is? Like, what is that thing that kind of separates what you do from what somebody else does that's like kind of stagnant in their growth? How were you able to get there?
Yeah. I think the first place to start in like the whole video space is you have to learn B-roll, but we can't stop there. Like we've got to be talking to the camera. People really do want to see your life. And I think whenever my clients start shifting to letting people see, and you can choose what it is you want to share for sure. But when you let people in to like your day to day or what it looks like to work with you, or if you go on a trip, you don't have to post on that trip, but you can also create different stories, whether it's you do a voiceover or you take people through what a day looks like. Like people care. And that kind of content resonates so well across all platforms. And so I think whatever you don't just put a 7-second B-roll with text on screen on your social media, those have a huge place in it, but you let your personality start showing, like you will definitely be, you'll just stand out. You will really stand out because not a lot of people are really doing that consistently.
Well, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. And people probably think I do more than like the normal, person, but I don't share everything because it's, we're busy doing other things and we're thinking, oh, that's not important. They don't want to see me go on date night or that. And they do. They totally. That's when I get the most engagement in my social media is when I'm just living my everyday life. It's so cool. So how do you, when you first start working with someone, how do you kind of break through that, that nervous feeling of like being visible? Because I know with what I do, the women that I work with, and you're working with very similar clientele, like they're high performers, they're doing big things. A lot of them are on stages, like, you have some people in the health and wellness space, I know, but also like people that have podcasts and all of that as well, as do I. And these are high level women, but they're still nervous about being fully visible. And sometimes, other people don't notice. But how do you break through that to get the essence of them and who they are out there into the world? Because there's a coaching aspect.
Yeah. So when people start working with me, I want them to get in action as soon as possible because it's kind of like they sign up with me. And if we don't get them in that action, they start overthinking. Should I have even done this? Who am I to do this? We all have the same stuff going on in our heads. We just probably should be talking about it honestly more. So for me, I get them in action. And so every day, if they're a coaching client of mine, I'm like, we're going to post this out because all my clients know exactly what to post. Send me done or send me an emoji, whatever feels good for you. Every time that you post, I'm going to go check. And they're like, okay. And if you don't message me, I will message you and say, hey, what's going on? So
I love that. You just like make people accountable. That's so good.
It's good because if you're not accountable, and I know this for myself too, I'll just leave it for later because it doesn't really matter. It's okay, but it really does matter if you show up. So that's the first part. And so we start slow. B-roll is the first thing we tackle. Then I want to start, pushing you to at least do one talking to the camera video a week. And then we kind of just go from there. And I love to teach, carousels with just multiple photos with music. That's important. So we build. I'm not just going to have you come in and I'm like, here's everything. And I want you to do this full thing. You're going to be like, I'm out. No, thank you.
Right. Can I ask a follow-up question to what you said? Because I didn't realize I was at an event last week and I was telling the women that were there because they had just received their certification, a coaching certification with Elise Archer, like that program with She Sells. And I was telling them the importance of B-roll, and you go to events and you make sure you get people of you on stage or you pan through it. Like, and I had somebody say, I've heard about this B-roll thing. What's B-roll? And I didn't realize some people didn't even know, like, what's the difference between B-roll and all the other video. I feel like we need to kind of share this with those that are listening too, and why the importance of the B-roll.
Yeah, for sure. So B-roll is, just videos of you doing everyday things or doing things in your business and your work. So at home, for instance, you could be making a wellness drink. You could be walking outside, going to the gym, lifting weights. A big thing right now for fall is putting on a jacket, putting on a beanie, putting on your boots and walking out the door. And yes, that is totally enough for content. But for, going to events, if you're on stage at all, just give your phone to your friend and have them get like 15 to 25 seconds of you on stage. If you are at an event, you're feeling really good, you're looking really cute, give your phone to your friend, walk in front of them and just have them follow you. You also can do it to where they're backing up and you're walking toward them. And you guys see all these clips on social. It's just kind of breaking it down and saying, oh, I could do that too. So B-roll is great. I think B-roll can be anything from 7 to about 20 seconds long, and you can use that for a reel.
Oh, that's so good. Okay. And then, so the B-roll gets weaved in to everything with the reels, and that's the importance of it. And people think like, I don't have time to do that clip, but it takes you 2 seconds. The way that I do it, and I can't remember who told me about B-roll. I don't know. I've just learned things along the way. And I've never even made my own reel. I know how to do stories, but not reels. But what I do when I go somewhere is I get it. I hate to say this. I get it out of the way. I hate to say it like that because I know, I know for you, you're probably like, but it's fun. I want to do it. But if you do it when you first get there, like get to the event, or when you first get up or whatever it is, like it's your first thing and then you've done it. I don't know. I always feel like that makes it a little bit easier.
I'm the same way. Even on trips, like I will try to get it out of the way first thing in the morning. Or if we're going to dinner, I'm like, okay, Josh, like just get me in my outfit walking. And he's like, okay. And he follows me. And then it's done and it's over with. You don't have to stress about it. So I'm the same way.
Yeah, that's so good. So you were just recently speaking to my mastermind members, the women in my community. And these women, I don't know if I shared with you, but they've been talking about you ever since. And they're like, I loved all of Jordan's ideas, and it just like made it feel more easeful and like I can do this too. I have created something really special for you, my Power Presence Index. It's a quick quiz designed to help you uncover the 6 elements shaping your unique presence. And trust me, the insights are transformational. In just a few minutes, you'll discover exactly how to align your style with your goals so that you can show up powerfully, speak with confidence, and truly be seen. This is my gift to you because confidence doesn't start in your closet. It starts with clarity. Get your personal Power Presence Index now at csjstyling.com/power and begin your journey to becoming truly unstoppable. And can you share about batching? That was actually, that in itself, just that one thing when you described batching, that has really helped the women that are in my mastermind get their content completed. Can you share a little bit about that and why batching is like such a good way to go?
Yes, that makes me so happy to hear. So that's amazing. So batching is essentially doing all of your content for the week in about an hour to an hour and a half. As the more you do it, the faster you will get. But that's probably the amount of time I would recommend starting with. And so batching, most of my clients do it Saturday mornings from about 8 to 9. And whenever we start batching, the first thing you want to do before you even start is write down a list of videos that you want to get of yourself. Because if you're new, you're already kind of like nervous to do this. And so making it as easy as possible. So have those 7 videos or 5 videos that you want to grab of you. Either you're going out to get these videos or you're at home. And then from there, we'll shoot those videos. I have a couple different shirts that I'll change into or outfits. So things look a little fresh on my page. And I'll just go get those. And then I will sit down, find some trending audio, which if you're scrolling through the Reels feed, if you look on the bottom left, anything that has a check mark, that audio is doing really well. So right now, Taylor Swift, at like the time of this, it just released a new album or whatever. So all of that's great. But definitely anything that is releasing at the time you're doing it, that will always do well. But if you're scrolling through on the bottom left, see that check mark that's trending, and you can put your video to that. Put your text on screen, write your caption, and then schedule it. Because I want you guys to think about this. If you were to start your week and your content was done, like, how do you feel? You probably have way less anxiety. You're excited because you can do follow-up. You can do customer outreach. You can work on other projects that you actually care about instead of staring at your phone and being like, I don't know anything. I've never done anything in my life. What is happening? And you're laughing because like everybody feels that way. So I think the clients that are really consistent with batching, they are way more consistent and they feel better and their businesses are growing. And so if you're looking at 2026 and you're like, how could I really grow my social next year? It's batching. Because then if you're at an event, something drops in for you, you can do another post, but you're not there freaking out or on vacation. Like, I haven't posted in 6 days. Like, all my stuff is batched and it's scheduled every week. And it is so much more peaceful. So that's what I recommend, is figuring out.
So did you say an hour and a half you get enough content for the entire week? And do you post would this be like with posting every day, or really?
Yeah.
Okay, it's because you're so planned.
I don't know, because I just did this with a group last week and I only gave them about 45 minutes and they did really well.
Really? You know what I find really interesting about that, Jordan, is there's some research on this. When it's like you have a less amount of time to complete something, you complete it.
Yeah.
When you have more time to complete it, you take that entire time to complete it.
It's so true.
That is so good. So it's just a matter of putting those habits in place and being intentional and planned with your content. I love how you make it so simple. So can you share with those that, they're getting some ideas. They're like, I've been kind of like MIA on social media. I kind of got out of all those habits and, it was just overwhelming me. I'm going to get started again, but I feel like I need more support. Can you share? Because your offerings are really cool and they're also really different than what other people that are helping people build social media brands, like their full brand on social media. You work so differently. Can you share all like the different ways that you support your clients? And if there's people out there that are listening going, I need help, but I don't know what I need.
Yeah, I love that. I think mine's different because I'm also a creator as well. And so I know I'm just going to say it. I know what you actually need, like, because I understand it because I also do it. And I think that's a big key. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to create, it was like, where do I see what people really need? And the first thing was coaching. And so I offer a 6-month coaching program and I work really, really closely with you. You'll know exactly what to post every single week. We'll work together on, not just your content, but where are we sending people? And do you want to build a community? Let's talk about your emails and really like systems. And so I'm not just like the social media girl for you. It's also like, how can we make your business better and work in a more easeful way? And it's like, I love it. It makes me so excited. So we do a lot of one-on-one coaching. There's also a group element to it. And you will, by the end of it, like be a machine when it comes to social media. I'll probably put you on TikTok too. It's fine. Oracle bought it now, guys. So I'll probably put you on TikTok because it's amazing. But I just love to break it down and make it super simple. So there's 6 month coaching where we partner together. And then I also offer management. And so management looks like, it's a partnership as well. I'm not just going to like take everything over and never talk to you again. So I really want your brand voice in it and your input as well. And so I basically will work with you, give you a shot list, and you bring it back to me. I edit it and post it out for you. So whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, like I do it all. So it's super fun. I love both so much.
No, I feel your passion. Whenever you're talking about that, I feel your passion. And the thing you mentioned before, you're like, I don't know if I should say it. Okay, I'm going to say it. So glad you said what you said about sometimes people don't know what they need and I know what they need and I'm going to tell them. Do you know that to me is like, it's so key. It's like you're claiming what your gift is and you can ask people, you ask questions and you're able to, through those questions, really niche in and determine what they need. Because we don't want to be selling someone a program or something that doesn't align with their needs. So the fact that you have like different programs that you can kind of roll them into based on that. And sometimes, I don't know if you find this, sometimes people come to me and they think they need one thing. And I'm like, oh no, let me just take you over here. This is what you need, because we don't know what we don't know. If it's never happened for us, like if